Just because this is the last point doesn't mean that it's in last place. This is the most important thing that you need to remember right here. Hey guys, I wanted to pop on here real quick. I only have a few minutes because I'm really stuffed up and we're about to start school. But I wanted to pop on here and just say something that I don't feel like is said nearly enough in the homeschooling world, especially like here on YouTube and social media and everyone who's like me, who's like a homeschooling influencer. And I think we need to say it more. Homeschooling is hard. It's hard, okay? It's really hard. I think a lot of times we have this, I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but like we have this innate want when we talk about homeschooling to other people because we're excited about it and we're passionate about it, that we tell them all the great things about homeschooling, but we don't tell them like, yeah, there's gonna be days you don't wanna get out of bed. There's gonna be days where the kids are old enough to where they're learning things that are really hard and you have to learn them too. There's different kinds of hard with each area that your kids are in life, okay? So like right now, my hard is getting through the high school subjects. Sometimes, and a lot of times, it's really hard. But you know what? My 10th grader has to do it, so you know, I can't really complain when he has to do it. So this is not like a complain fest here, okay? So that's not what I'm getting at. I'm just saying, homeschooling is hard and we all have hard days, okay? So I just have a couple of points right before I have to get the kids ready for school here. First, we all have hard days, okay? All of us. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it is the sweetest homeschool mom you've ever seen in the homeschooling world. She's had a hard day too. Multiple. I guarantee you. And I guarantee you, if you ask her, she would probably be honest and say, yeah, all the time. Okay, number 2, public school teachers have hard days. We are not the only people who have hard school days. Public school teachers also have really hard days. Do you remember 80s and 90s kids? Do you remember when they used to wheel in the television and they used to pop in a movie that had nothing to do with the subject? Those were hard days for that teacher. Okay, there's different ways of dealing with hard days. Number 3, have an action plan for your hard days. Figure out when it's not a hard day, what you're going to do on those hard days. So for me, personally, I love movie days. Sometimes we just take the whole day off and I just let the kids go do whatever they want, okay? My kids aren't little, my kids are teenagers. You know, my youngest loves to just pop on the ham radio and talk to his ham radio buddies. My oldest, you know, he's got books and, you know, other activities that he likes to do outside. Sometimes I just let them go do their thing and we come back at it the next day. But the key is figure out what to do on those hard days before the hard days hit, because when that hard day does come around, you're gonna be like, oh no, what do? I don't know what to do. And then you're gonna go into panic mode and then you're gonna be like, we can't take the day off. And then you're gonna try to push through that hard day when you shouldn't be pushing through it. You really need a break. My next point, make sure that you take breaks. Public school kids do it. Their system has breaks worked into the entire calendar. You should too. That doesn't mean that at the beginning of the year that you need to go through and make sure that you have all of those breaks, but it does mean that you need to plan for them as well at some point, even if it's like a couple of weeks ahead of time. So for instance, we took a break all last week because my youngest had the flu and my oldest had mouth surgery for his wisdom teeth. So as you can imagine, we took the week off and I had planned for that. I also plan to take the week of Thanksgiving off, and I have set up our homeschooling schedule to where we can do that. And don't beat yourself up for taking time off. Seriously, we all need time off. Do not beat yourself up over it. And lastly, you're not a bad homeschool mom because you need time off. And more importantly, and this is, just because this is the last point doesn't mean that it's in last place. This is the most important thing that you need to remember right here. It's hard, but it's worth it. 100% worth it. It's worth it to where I don't have to worry about my kids being bullied. It's worth it that I don't have to worry about violence. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works with this, so I'm just gonna say violence, okay? Make what you will of that. I know a lot of you people will understand what I'm saying. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that with my kids. That's a huge weight off of my shoulders. I don't have to worry about indoctrination. Again, make what you will of that because of YouTube algorithms. I don't have to worry about indoctrination. I don't have to worry about what my kids are studying because I know exactly what they're studying. I picked it out. I don't have to worry about so many of the things. I don't even have to worry about the quality of education because I know based on the facts and the statistics that my kids are getting a better education than those kids down there, down the street. So it might be hard and you might have those hard days, but they are 150% worth it, and I would do it all over again. And the only thing I would have changed is I never would have sent my oldest to school. I would have started homeschooling right from the beginning. But this is what happened. He got pulled out in grade 3. It's okay though, we made it work. But that's the only thing I would ever change. I would never change this. I would never give this up for anything in the world. So when you're having that hard day, I want you to remember this. It's worth it and you're gonna do just fine. We all have hard days. Yes, sometimes we have to push through, but it's 150% worth it. So I'm hoping that this little pep talk helped you, especially if you're having a hard day today. And save this video for when you're having a hard day because we're all gonna have those hard days. I guarantee you, if you haven't had one yet, just wait, you will. There are days when I don't even want to think about schooling, but I still get up and do it anyway because my kids count on me. I just wanted to give you this. I wanted to give you this little pep talk. And I hope that it helped because I don't think that this is said nearly enough. So, pep talk over. I'm gonna go to school. I might have been pep talking myself more than you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy homeschooling.